Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Summary of Benefits for 2024. It's that time of year, open enrollment, and I want to make sure that you understand what you're getting. And I've never done this before, but now I want to explain it because there are some things in 2024 that you need to be aware of. So let's get right to it. Summary of Benefits. So this year, I want to make sure you understand this summary of benefits. It's a way to see more detail of your plan than we have in the past shown you. So here you go. You can click on benefits right here when you're doing those quick compares, or at the bottom, it'll say summary of benefits. So looking at a summary of benefits, it's typically anywhere between 6 to 8 pages. It's going to give you way more information than those quick details on Health Sherpa or healthcare.gov is going to give you. This is the true benefits. So regardless of what you might see on the marketplace, this is actually going to give you accurate information. Pay close attention to limitations, exceptions, and other important information. So let me show you what it looks like. This year, I'm picking the one that is from United Healthcare Copay Bronze Plan with the $0 deductible. Again, this is only available on the east side of the state, but it's pretty important to look at. So you can see right at the top, important question, what is the overall deductible? Answer, 0. See the common medical events chart below for your cost services. So they kind of give you an estimate, but really the important part is that it says there's no deductible. But 2 rows down, it says, are there other deductibles? And it says, yes, prescription drug deductible, $3,000. You'll see this on Common Ground $0 plan. You'll see this on CCHPs, on Anthem. Any of the carriers who have $0 deductible plans have a prescription deductible plan that typically only applies to tier 3 and 4, as well as often durable medical equipment. So sometimes things will apply towards deductible. That's what they're talking about. But if you see a copay that is not applying towards the deductible, example, tier 1 medication may say it's a $25 copay, but tier 3 says deductible and then 50%. So when you pay that $25 copay, it is not applying towards the deductible. You're just paying the copay, which is applying towards the max out of pocket, which is that next line. So what is the out of pocket limit for this plan? $9,450. And that's pretty much across the board for most of the plans. There are some exceptions, and you'll see that even in the quick quotes. On the right, you can see all kinds of things. When you look at the next page, right there at the top, it'll show you the copay for specialists, $150. Over on the right, limitations, exceptions, and other important information, none. And as you can see, there is no coverage for out of network. In the previous videos, I talked about that. It'll show you right there in great detail all the different stuff that you need to know. And you can walk through these, and every carrier that you're interested in, every plan will have this. The last page is typically like this. It'll have a list of exceptions where they do not cover things like private duty nursing or adult care for adults or adult dental care. It won't cover long-term care and usually non-emergency care when traveling outside of the US, which, by the way, if you're traveling outside of the US, give us a call. There's pretty good travel insurance. And then it'll say other covered services where there's limitations, such as chiropractic and hearing aids. This is pretty common. Hearing aids are available if you are losing your hearing due to medical reasons, such as scar tissue or tendinitis or any other reason. But if they say that you're losing coverage because you're getting old, it will not cover hearing aids. So that's why there's limitations. Chiropractic is pretty common as well. They usually limit it to like 12 or 15 visits per area. So maybe 15 visits for your neck, mid back, low back. Your chiropractor is really familiar with this and knows how to work the system. If you need more details than what you see in this, because this last page is just kind of an example, you'll have to call your insurance company. Now, the reason I wanted you to see this is because, as I have mentioned, there's only one true HMO in Wisconsin this year, and that's United Healthcare. So what that means is you must have a referral to see a specialist. If you haven't gotten an approved referral, United Healthcare is not going to pay for it. Having to have a referral does give them the power to say no. Now, I don't know if they will, but it does give them that power. It also gives them the power to say, we need more information. So maybe your doctor, you call up on the phone, my foot hurts, I'd like to see a podiatrist. They're like, of course. They write the referral. United Healthcare says, nope, we need more information. So now you have to make an appointment with your primary care doctor, who then looks at your foot and goes, yeah, you need to see a podiatrist. So then you finally get into a podiatrist, and it might take a month or two, or who knows how long. That's how a referral works with HMOs. And you must have a primary care doctor. If you go to a regular doctor that is not listed as your primary care doctor on your portal, it will not be covered. So I just want you to be aware. We have no experience with this company. The last time they were here in Wisconsin on the individual realm was in 2016, and it was very different. Now, you may have had a wonderful experience with them as your group carrier, or maybe your husband or wife or grandparent is on the Medicare, United Healthcare. These are not the same. Those are completely different entities. You kind of have to think of them as different companies. So while maybe you've had a good experience with United Healthcare, this is the first time we've had United Healthcare in our county and in our state since 2016. We cannot help you with most of this. You will have to jump through most of these hoops by yourself. We can give you some guidance, but we really don't know how this is going to work. And the other reason I want you to look at summary of benefits, because it's going to show you, like I told you, the true things that you need to understand. So before, remember when I said that specialist said, here's the copay, and there was no other limitations? Well, look right here at the bottom. It says, do you need a referral to see a specialist? Yes, you do. And right there, this plan will say pay some or all of the cost to see a specialist for covered visits, but only if you have that referral. So you need to read the summary of benefits if you're in question. The other reason I want you to read it is if you see something at healthcare.gov or on the marketplace that doesn't quite make sense, look at the summary of benefits. So here's a perfect example. The Prevea 360 plan says the deductible and the max out of pocket are both $9,400. Now, that means your deductible and max is the same. Once you've reached $9,400, you do not have to pay anything. But if you look on the right, that's part of that quick quote. It says pay full price before the deductible and pay $500 after the deductible. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Remember, your max out of pocket is the most you spend. They can't charge you after you've reached that. So if you look at the summary of benefits, it's going to tell you the truth. Emergency room care is a $500 copay. It's $0 after you've reached the deductible. It also has out-of-network coverage, as you can see. So if it doesn't make sense, look at the summary of benefits. Unfortunately, healthcare.gov, which even if you're on Health Sherpa, that's where they get their information, is not smart. And I think it was created before copays for ER was even a thing. The other thing I want you to see is look here, blood work. If you're looking at that quick quote, it says $20, which sounds really great, especially if you're comparing it with a plan that maybe charges, I don't know, $70 for a blood work. But if you look at the summary of benefits, it can say, and I am still looking at the United Healthcare, lab testing, free standing office, $20 copay. Deductibles not apply. But a hospital lab is a $150 copay. And in Aurora area, I know that right now they're sending people at urgent care to the emergency room for labs. So maybe you thought you were only going to pay $20 and suddenly you're going to get a $150 copay. Another one that's kind of tricky is this one. On the quick quote, it says imaging, CT, PET scans, and MRIs are $250, which is pretty freaking awesome. But when you actually look at what it says a freestanding office is $250. And I don't know about you, but they don't do MRIs or CT scans at a freestanding office. They always run it through the hospital, and now your copay is $800. Now, $800 is a really good copay for an MRI, which are typically $3,000 or more. But if you were expecting a $250 copay and you get surprised with $800, you may not be so happy about it. So I just want you to look at this and compare. Again, we're here for you. There is a reason we've been voted #1, which thank you so much. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. If you need some clarification and you want to understand what those summary of benefits are saying, reach out to us. But this way you are empowered and you know exactly what the carrier is charging. Again, Appreciate you very much. Thanks for watching.